Hi everyone, my name is Erika and this is my video essay analyzing the butterfly circus for the leadership and personal development class. So to start with the analysis, we have to understand what were the main differences between the freak show circus and the butterfly circus. So I think it's pretty evident that in the freak show circus, they took away people's identities and left them solely as an image of whatever they wanted to portray, which were their weaknesses, insecurities, their pasts, or everything that made them look broken. They took away their dignity and left them as the worst version of themselves in order to make profit or use them as something to mock or humiliate. On the other hand, the butterfly circus used people's past as a way to drive them into something better, something that they could change themselves and into a narrative they wanted for themselves and their lives. They turned their weaknesses or their insecurities into something artistic, making them realize that they were not actually broken, but it was just them and their identity and their person as a whole. So what are the similar parts between Will, who was a part of the freak show circus, and the people of the butterfly circus? So as we were showed in the clip, they all came from very difficult pasts and traumatic backstories, or these type of backgrounds that made them people who at the time or even today are not accepted and are shut out or humiliated. But they shared that similitude. However, at the end, all of them were able to accept what happened to them and not let it become who they were as a person. So that is what's similar among all of them. They came from a very difficult upbringing and were able to turn it into something greater. So one of the most famous or kind of pivotal points of the short film is when they are in the river and Will is asking for help to get up, and nobody actually helps them and kind of ignores him a little, and that kind of gives an image of them shutting him out, but it has a much deeper meaning than that. They wanted him to understand that even though he had this disability, he was a complete man and a full person capable of doing things himself. They wanted to give him back the dignity the freak show circus had taken from him and make him understand that whatever it is he wanted to do, he could, and he needed to get that sense of living and autonomy again. So finally, something that this short film explores is, of course, human dignity, as I mentioned, but also value. So the question asks, what makes a person valuable, or what gives a person this value? Is it money? Is it their characteristics? Is it their talent? Is it something else? I believe very strongly what Immanuel Kant said when he explained that value is an intrinsic human characteristic. Value is not something that is owned or that is perfected or acquired through anything. It is something we are born in and born basically given. And I believe that is true. Since the minute we are born, we are human beings with whatever stories we complete along the way. Value is something that is inherent in us. And that is something that is shown in the clip as well. Whatever these people came from in the circus, whether it was violence, difficult childhoods, difficult backstories, their value was the same throughout. And they just needed to see that for themselves and express it through their art to other people. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to my video essay analysis, and just as a final teaching, remember that human value is inherent and not acquired.